Hello everybody. Hi Richard, hi Polly, hi Kate. Thanks for joining. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Great, perfect. Hello, hi Sunny, hi Marie from The Hague.
Okay, let's give a couple.
I think Kate's tuning in from the States, so I think you're the furthest from where I am, at least.
Yeah, well, same. Where I
am. Okay, so what we'll do, people are still joining, but we'll just get started. And today, Natasha will be giving a bigger introduction as well. But today, we're going to be cultivating compassion. And compassion is such an important practice. And this week, I had a challenge, which I won't go into because we don't want to get involved in stories, but I had a challenge with a particular person, and there were several people involved. And I used the practice of the Metta Bhavana, which is a loving kindness meditation. And I always use my own personal experience to inspire what we teach in the class, because this loving kindness meditation is something that can really shift things for you. So when you're having either challenges with people, or even if you're suffering yourself, learning to be able to cultivate this kind, loving attitude towards ourselves and even people we have challenges with helps us deal with situations in a much more balanced way. So that's why really today we're going to be focusing on this cultivation of compassion, and hopefully it's a practice that you too will be able to practice more regularly and apply in your own life and experience this shift yourself, because as Natasha always says, it's not something we can try to understand things intellectually, but it's only through the practice that you feel the shifts and you feel the benefits. So I'm going to hand over to Natasha, and again, just welcome to everybody and enjoy the session.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. We'll just let people coming in slowly. It's only 3 minutes past. So, hey, Kat. Yeah, lots of people I know. So I'm happy to be here. So what we're doing today, as Bernadette said already, we're going to look at compassion. Look at it. Hopefully feel it, not just look at it. So why, when I first started my meditation practice, I really didn't know, and actually have made a video. It was at Christmas last year, explaining exactly that. I might share it later. Saying that when I started with my practice, I just didn't see why compassion is related to mindfulness. I thought mindfulness is just, being concentrated and being able to disengage from your thoughts. And I didn't know what compassion had to do with that. And I was practicing for many years in the Buddhist center I used to go in London. And I remember when we were doing compassionate practices. For people that don't know that, don't worry, because we're going to do it today, so you're going to experience it. So when we're doing compassionate practices, where we're sending compassion to ourselves and someone we like, someone we don't know, someone we don't particularly like, for me it didn't work because I was trying to intellectually understand that. I was trying to think of someone and see how I feel about them, or what are my feelings about that person. And I didn't feel like my practice was doing anything. And slowly, after I tried different practices around it, and I got some advice from my tutor, from my advisor, I realized that it's not about really understanding or feeling, having an idea of, oh, it's good to feel compassion for myself and others, or to love others. It's about a warm feeling that is usually is manifesting itself around the heart area. So it's a warmth, it's an openness, like we did last week or the week before, where we did the openness. So there's a feeling that comes from inside out of warmth and openness. And then when we're in that situation physically, then is where we can actually feel like we can give compassion. We have so much to give. In reality, as human beings, we do have that ability to offer compassion, but in everyday life, we don't really pay attention to that. So when we cultivate it, we can just tap into that ability we have, and we can send compassion to anyone. Basically, it doesn't even matter who is the object of our affection. But when it actually happens, it's a beautiful feeling. So what I'm saying is, I don't want to prepare you, and then you feel like, oh, there's so much expectation, and what happens if I don't feel it? Anything that comes up during the practice is fine. So the way we're doing it today is gradual, because as I said, it's not the easiest practice ever. So the way we're going to start with my meditation is we're going to work again with the body. We connect with the body, we connect with the breath. And then when we come into our emotional center, which is the chest and the heart, this is where we develop and we cultivate that positive feeling. And after my session is over, and then we'll hand it over to Bernadette, where she's going to go into the full blown, as we call it, the normal Metta Bhavana or loving kindness practice, where we send kindness to lots of different types of people, including ourselves. So, as I always say, meditation is a practice. So there isn't very much value in talking about it, explaining it. There's a bit of value there, of course. There's some we get things from understanding things. But I'm just going to go straight into the practice. So I'm going to ask everyone to make sure they have both of their feet on the ground and the back is straight. I guess most of you have meditated before, if not all of you. So take the position that is the most comfortable for you, that you usually take. So just feel comfortable, relaxed, but also alert. So I'll invite you to close your eyes now. And I'm going to ring my bell. And we're just going to slowly and gradually go into the practice and see what this practice brings for us today. Every day is different. So we just sit here. First thing we do is we feel the chair, we're feeling the connection with the cushion, whatever is underneath us. And we just feel our weight. We try to understand or maybe feel what it means to be sitting somewhere. So how do we know we're sitting? What kind of sensation is that? And we connect with the body, the shape of the body, the position we have. We gradually and slowly going around the edges of the body, see wherever the knees finish, where the head starts, the hands. We just go around the borders of the body if you like. You see the connection with the environment. You stay at skin level for a bit. We pay attention to how relaxed the body is. So if we see that we're holding tension somewhere, like the shoulders, the back, the neck, we just let it go. We just let the gravity completely and utterly hold us. With absolutely no effort from our side. While we remain with the back straight but relaxed. We slowly and gradually bring the body sensations to the front. And we leave the thoughts to the back. So we don't want to stop thinking. We just want to leave all the thinking process as a background. while the body is in the foreground, is the protagonist. So we gradually and slowly use our body sensations to come to the here and now, the breath, the aliveness of the body, the blood circulation. So we're consciously activating the body just by paying attention to it. We activate the sensations in the legs, from the hips to the bottom of the feet. We activate the torso, the belly, the back, the chest. We pay attention to the sensations throughout our hands, the arms, the shoulders. We see what's happening inside and outside the head. And we slowly tap into the breath. Just connect with that movement, the smooth sensation of breathing. We observe the quality of the breath. See if the breath feels restricted or relaxed. And anything is fine. We just observe it. We slowly realize that when we don't try to change the breath changes to becoming more relaxed, slow, deeper. We're feeling the breath, wherever the breath is manifesting, like the chest, the shoulders going up and down. The back is moving slightly. The air coming in and out through the nostrils. The whole of the body as a living organism, breathing. So we gradually and deliberately take a passive role. We don't actively want to do anything. We just sit and observe whatever is happening. We don't need to move. We don't need to decide, criticize, analyze anything. We just comfortably sit on our chair and observe the body sensations, the breath, the thinking process, the fleeting emotions that they come and go. We can even enjoy the freedom of not having to do anything. There's nothing to be done. If the mind wants to say something, we don't stop it. We just slowly observe the breath, the thought, and we come back to the breath. So we develop open curiosity for everything that is going on. Inside the body, outside the body. like a small child watching the most boring object for us with so much interest and curiosity. So we do the same. We observe the breath, we observe the body. We're very curious and open about anything that is going on. The sounds around us. We now decide to take an inside view to what's happening in the body. So we start from the bottom of the belly and we see what's happening there. Can we feel the breath there? Can we feel the belly moving slightly because of the breath? Is the belly relaxed? So we observe this sensation. So how do we know the belly is relaxed? What's the feeling? How do we know the belly is tense? Again, we observe it. And we go deeper inside the belly. We see maybe there, between the sitting bones and the hips, we can just find a quiet place, a stable position, a point of stability inside the body. And we stay there observing from inside out. Just a little longer there. So we establish ourselves deep inside the body. One might feel that for now this is the center of our attention rather than the mind and its thinking process. From there, we're moving further up to the stomach, the solar plexus, and we see what's happening inside there. See whether the stomach is relaxed or tensed. Pay attention to the breath there. And we stay inside the abdomen for a little longer, with no intention to change anything. Just to sit there comfortably observing from inside out. We feel like we're activating this part of the body, the abdomen, all the organs internally. We could even feel the liver as an organ, or the stomach, or the intestines. And we remind ourselves that they're there, they do lots of work. So we develop a feeling of appreciation just inside the belly for all the work that is going on throughout the day, of digesting the food and doing lots and lots of things we're not even aware of. So we stay there with this appreciation inside the belly. Develop a warm feeling about what's going on there. So we send some kindness, loving kindness, to these organs of ours that they do so much work and we ignore them, we take them for granted. So this way we start cultivating compassion for ourselves, starting with our body and anything that is going on inside us. So we can even develop a warm smile with this absurd but also useful idea that we're thanking our digestive system. And we stay there a bit longer with this warm feeling, this warm idea of body appreciation. We're slowly moving up the same sensation to the other part of the body further up in the chest, feeling the lungs, the heart, anything inside the chest. We can do the same. We can appreciate all the work that is done in there. The lungs breathing, the heart beating. Again, we can develop warm feelings of appreciation for all the work that is done there. We can extend our attention to the spine behind the heart, or even throughout the whole of the spine. Feel the sensation and also send the appreciation to the spine. The spine is keeping us alive, keeping us, making us stand up, walk, sit. So we appreciate with a warm feeling of what is happening through the spine. We can continue, we're going further up, feeling the throat, the head, the face. There's so many things to appreciate there, like our brain doing so much work every day. The eyes, all the sensations, all the organs that bring the sensations in. All our five senses. 4 of them are in the face. So as we are in the face, we can also smile with all this amazing construction of the body. Just sit here with this warm feeling of appreciation. that it's not going very far, but it's sitting here, in the body, inside the body, outside. So what kind of sensations are developed with this idea? How maybe our face expression is changing. How the body might be feeling more relaxed and warm. And we stay with this warm awareness, this appreciation, the sweetness and kindness that comes up. Just the idea of appreciating our body. And we stay with that. Feeling the breath through this relaxation. And then towards the end of the practice, we drop any effort to concentrate in one place or the other in the body. We just feel a warmth, the warmth around the different parts of the body, the breath. We stay here with completely free awareness, nothing to concentrate on, just enjoying the warmth and the relaxation, the slow breath. The lack of need to do anything. Now we slowly, gradually bring the awareness back to the breath in the nose. We're feeling the air coming in and out. So we're coming closer to the body through the breath. We feel the breath in the chest. We're putting the intention there to keep this warmth, this kindness, this feeling of appreciation and joy to the next practice, to the rest of the day, the rest of the week, until we meet again. So slowly and gradually, the time where we can move the body the way the body wants to move. In a second, I'm going to ring my bell again. And whenever we're ready, we can start moving the body. And again, slowly and on our own time. And after I have rung the bell, we can open our eyes. Good. Welcome back. I wonder if people have any questions or anything they want to know now before we go into the next practice. Everybody might be feeling that.
Yeah, they are, Jake. They are, yeah. Thank you, Natasha. Well, the next practice leads very nicely from what Natasha's just done. So unless you have some burning questions, we can go straight into that practice and just carry this feeling. Oh, here we go. There is some feedback here coming, Natasha. So Hannah said that it was lovely and relaxing, but Allah says it is harder to concentrate Sorry? Can you hear?
Bernie, there's an echo. I can hear it twice.
Do you want to read Alan?
I don't know about that.
So Alice says it's harder to concentrate here. It is like when we are physically together, the energy is shared between the people in the room.
Well, this is true, of course. Alan, maybe you came. We were meditating together. Yeah, you're coming to London. That's the Alan. I hope it is. Yeah, well, Alan, it's true, but of course, even that, because lately after the crisis, I work mostly online. There's if you get used to it, you can see that the difference is very little actually. It's the second time might be hard, but from my experience, the feeling can come out even through the networks and the computers. But yeah, of course, it's not the same thing. True. Yeah. Anyone else?
So we have a couple of very relaxing. So I think people found it nice and relaxing too.
Your voice is a bit echoey to me, Bernadette. I don't know about the others.
I'll just check. Is my voice sounding echoey to everyone else?
Can we? Okay, Christina said she felt the borders of the body, which is good. It's
okay. It's
okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's me then. Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, thank you, Natasha.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm just going to expand myself, and we'll see you in a bit, Natasha. Can you mute yourself, Natasha, as well? Perfect. Thank you. Thanks. Great. Thanks, everybody. So we're going to move into the next practice now. But before we do, I just invite you to just open your arms up. If you like, you can stand up. But we're just going to do a little bit of a stretch because we've been sitting for half an hour. And so just opening up our arms, you can either open up this way, be aware of your own physical limitations, but we're just going to stand for a moment or two with our arms up, just opening up our chest a little bit. Again, being aware of your physical limitations, just do what works for you. Okay, and when you're ready, we'll sit back down. So we're going to go and do the loving kindness meditation, and this is really one of the first practices I learned, and it's something that I've really carried through the years. I've been practicing for 25 years, and this is a practice that I really have kind of carried through. And just to say a little bit about compassion, compassion is really a cultivation of a feeling of loving kindness towards ourselves and towards others, in particular in times of suffering. So all of us suffer stress and discomfort throughout the day, in fact, maybe several times a day. Sometimes we have more difficult things to deal with, but even just during the day, those moments of stress and discomfort are also suffering. And essentially what connects us all as human beings, every single one of us, so 7.5 billion by now, I think it is, but we're all connected as human beings from our desire to be happy in life. And we all experience this stress and discomfort during the day. So that connects us. That's something we all have in common as well. And when we think about compassion, it's really a loving kindness towards ourselves and others, appreciating that we all just want to be happy, but that we suffer. And also it's a feeling for an alleviation of that suffering for ourselves and for others. So this is essentially what compassion is. But what we're going to do now, you don't need to remember any of that. But we're going to go into this meditation now. It's called the Metta Bhavana. So it comes from the Buddhist tradition, or you could call it the loving kindness meditation. And in this meditation, we're going to focus on 4 different people. And again, you don't need to remember this. I'm going to guide you through it. But first, we will be cultivating compassion for ourselves, then for a good friend, then for what I call a neutral person. This is somebody that you know, but you don't know very well. So you don't have strong feelings towards them either way of like or dislike. So it could be the cashier at the supermarket that you see once a week, or it could be a bus driver or a tram driver that you see from time to time, or your dustbin man, or somebody you see from time to time, but you don't know them. And then the fourth person that we'll be cultivating compassion for is what I call a difficult person. So again, don't think of somebody that you have some past trauma with, because that would be too intense for this meditation. But maybe somebody you have a slight irritation with. It could be an annoying colleague, or yeah. So I think we all have a difficult person in our lives. So we just bring them to mind in the meditation. And I'm going to guide you through the meditation now. So in our seated position with our feet flat on the ground, we have our hands resting in our laps. We have our active but relaxed spine. So we're bringing intention to our posture. And once we are in a comfortable position, we can close the eyes or lower the gaze to the floor and soften the gaze, whichever you prefer. And I just invite you now to forget everything that I've just spoken to you about, because you don't need to remember any of it during this meditation. And just connecting with the breath, connecting with the body. The rise and fall of the belly, the rise and fall of the chest. Feeling the expansion of the inhale and the contraction of the exhale. And we just bring our focus and attention back to the chest and the heart area, where we were cultivating this appreciation and this warm feeling in our heart. So just bringing focus and attention back. We're just going to spend a moment contemplating what compassion means to us. The words that come up in my classes are things like love, kindness, forgiveness, acceptance. Thinking of this loving kindness, compassion, again, perhaps you can feel a warmth in the heart, or a smile on the face. And even if you can't feel anything, I'm sure you can cultivate an idea of compassion and loving kindness. And now I'm going to invite you to bring to mind an image or a sense of yourself. Picturing yourself in your mind's eye. And if you don't see a picture, perhaps you can just get a feeling or a sense of yourself. And as you look upon yourself, acknowledging that in life you just want to be happy at the end of the day. And you always try your hardest, but sometimes you experience stress and discomfort. Sometimes you experience suffering, and that can be tough. So as you look upon yourself, this person who always does their best but struggles sometimes, I invite you to send this compassion to yourself, this warmth, this loving kindness. And you may wish to say towards yourself, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. Surrounding yourself with compassion and loving kindness, soothing. Again, you may feel a warmth in the heart, a smile on your face. You may even find it slightly challenging, but that's okay too. Just be kind to yourself. It's no big deal. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. And now we're going to let go of this image of ourselves. And I invite you to think of a good friend, somebody who's always been there for you, who makes you feel good about yourself, is always helpful and supportive. And just bring this person to mind. What are they wearing? What's their facial expression? And if you can't get an image of them, just get a sense of this person. And just acknowledging that, like you, this friend just wants to be happy in life. But they too experience stress and discomfort. Sometimes they struggle. So allowing this feeling of compassion and loving kindness to flow towards your friend. Feeling the warmth in the heart. Sending compassion to your friend. Again, you may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may be free from suffering. May be happy, may be well, may be loved, may be free from suffering. Allowing compassion and loving kindness to flow from your heart and surround your good friend. Feel it. And now we can let go of our image of our friend. And I invite you to bring to mind your neutral person. So this could be, as we mentioned, just somebody you don't know very well, but you see from time to time. A neighbour you don't know very well, a bus driver. Just bring this person to mind. Where do you see them? What's their facial expression? And as you look upon this person, acknowledging that like you, like your friend, and like everybody on this earth, they just want to be happy in life. But they too experience stress and discomfort and suffering. They always try their best in life. They always try to do what's right. But sometimes life's tough. So let's extend our compassion and loving kindness towards our neutral person. Again, feeling the warmth in the heart and allowing the compassion to flow from the heart and surround this person. You may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. May you be happy, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. Feeling the warmth, the loving kindness flow and surround this person. And now we'll let go of the image of our neutral person, and we're going to bring to mind our difficult person. But we're not getting involved with any stories of what's happened in the past. We're just bringing this person to mind. What are they wearing? What's their facial expression? So either seeing an image or getting a sense of this person. And again, acknowledging that this person, like all of us, they too just want to be happy in life. They always do their best. They try. But they too face difficulties. They too face struggles. And they too face suffering in their lives. So let's hold this person in our awareness and extend our compassion to them. Allowing warmth in the heart to reach out and surround them. Allowing our compassion to flow. And again, you may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. Extending our compassion, our loving kindness towards this person. And now, holding this person still in our mind, let's bring in the other three people from this meditation. So ourselves, our good friend, and our neutral person. Bring them all together and extending our loving kindness towards them all. May you all be happy. May you all be well. May you all be loved. May you all be free from suffering. And allowing our compassion and loving kindness to flow and surround these four people. Feeling the warmth in the heart. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. And now letting go of the image, the sense of these four people, I now invite you to extend this loving kindness to everybody on this call. So we're all here together this evening, all of us try our best in life, and all of us experience hardships and difficulties. So let's extend this loving kindness to each and every person on this call. Again, you may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. Feeling the warmth and the compassion flow. And just extending our compassion and loving kindness further. We're all particularly connected through this virus, the coronavirus at the moment. Every person, I believe every person pretty much on earth is impacted in some way, whether it's just fear, whether it's a loved one being ill. Perhaps they've been ill themselves, losing jobs, financial worries, or just a general fear. We're all connected, everybody on this earth, 7.5 billion people. So let's just for a moment hold the whole world in our awareness and expand out our compassion to every corner of the globe. Allowing the warmth and loving kindness to flow. And again, you may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. And we'll just draw the meditation to a close now, so we can take a couple of deep inhales and exhales. Coming into the body. You may wish to wiggle your fingers and toes. And in a moment, I'm going to ring the bell. When the sound stops, we'll open our eyes. Okay. So that's the Metta Bhavana practice. Something that you can do at the end of your daily meditation practice. And it doesn't have to take as long as this one has taken. It can just be a very short, minute on each person and extending it out to the world. I'd be very interested to hear any feedback or any questions on that practice. But a very powerful practice, and if practiced regularly, you will notice a shift. So Kate's saying both relaxing. Thank you both so much. I'm grateful for this session each Friday. Absolute pleasure, Kate. Really our pleasure. And this, even with the challenge I had this week, doing this practice for my difficult person, it's not to say that it's resolved the situation, but it's definitely changed my perspective on things. Okay, and I'm less angry towards this person, and that's what that this is the power of compassion. So it's not to say that it's going to solve every challenge you have, but it can help you act from a place of compassion, even if that means a difficult situation. Hannah found it hard to stay focused today, which happens. So that's perfectly natural, Hannah. With the last person, I found it hard not to get caught up in thinking about the story. Very common as well. But it was a good challenge, and it was good to extend compassion to them. Absolutely. And you will find, if you practice it regularly, I think you will be amazed at the shift. Christina saying it's a new approach for you, so thank you. So yeah, I encourage you to continue with it. It's a very good one. Marie, thank you. I think this will change my life. It really will. It really will. So continue. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Lots of thank yous coming through as well. I'll hand over to Natasha now, who might have something to add or something to close the session with.
Yes, certainly. I mean, for me, a big shift was, as I said, feeling it in the body. But the second one is really understanding the idea that everybody's doing their best. We might not see it from our perspective, but even the worst behavior comes from someone who they think they do the best for the situation they have. So this, I think, is a eye opener. Like they do what they think will bring the best result or whatever. So we just have to understand that just everybody has different perspectives in life, and that's compassion can be cultivated from that, and they all want to be happy. So they do what they think is the best for them to be happy. So we don't have to agree with them or love them or, I don't know, spend time with them, but we can understand where they're coming from, a different perspective from ours. So I think that's useful. And it's an amazing practice, I have to say.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Lourdes, it was great, Bernie, as always, and as it used to be when I was attending your sessions near London Bridge. Absolutely. So this was quite some time ago, and I'm happy that you could join us as well, Lourdes. I'm really happy. I saw your name last week as well. So, and that's it. It's the same practice. I started the meetup group in London 6 years ago. I've been using the same practice. Well, at least 20 years I've been using this practice, and sometimes I drift away from it, but every time I come back to it, there's a shift in a relationship, in a way I view a person. Even like, yeah, I've got so many examples. We're at the end of our session tonight, but yeah, I can't tell you enough how much I recommend this practice. So we have 2 more sessions planned.
Yeah.
Things are starting to shift with the situations now. Here in the Netherlands, schools will be going back at the beginning of next month. I know in Greece, where Natasha is, things are starting to open up again at the beginning of May. So where we're living, I think in London it might be a different story, and I'm not sure. We've got someone from Missouri as well. So we've got, I think it's Kate, is it? Yeah, Kate from Missouri. So we're all in different countries and different things are happening, but at least the next 3 weeks we will have sessions. And then please just stay in touch. I'm going to send our Facebook page link again so that you can just connect with us, because we will continue to do this in some format, probably once things get back to normal, probably not on a Friday night, but maybe the first Monday of every month we will have an online session for everybody. So wishing you all an amazing evening. Natasha?
Last thing, Bernadette, have you told people we're running a challenge on Facebook? So I don't know if everybody's in the Facebook group, but we're running a 21 days challenge, and we give an exercise or a little practice for you to do every day. So I think it would be good. So maybe we can send the link to, but you already have most probably, yeah?
Yes, I
have it there.
Yes. Yeah, the link's in the comments, guys. So please do join up, and then you'll also hear about all our other events as well.
Exactly. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. So be kind to yourself this evening and this weekend, and always be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. If you can, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. This is the Dalai Lama. So be kind and enjoy. Thank you.
I think he also says, try to be kind whenever it's possible, and say it's always possible. So I think
exactly. So let's experiment with this, and hopefully you'll join us again next week, and maybe you can share any shifts or any observations if you practice this over the coming week. Okay, great. So we'll say goodbye, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you hopefully next week. Bye.
Bye.